Hello everyone. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm going to be making more videos soon enough. But right now I want to talk about a certain topic that I feel is important to be talked about right now. I think right now is the right time to bring this up. And you know, I really feel like this needs to be said. I've done a lot of thinking on this, and you know what? I think it's now time to come out and say this. For a very long time, the carbon beings here in America and even everywhere else, we have all these arguments about who's doing what and who's doing this and who's hurting who and all these different situations. You know, our men are running around doing the wrong thing. Our women are running around doing the wrong thing. You know, different groups doing this and that. All these different situations popping off. Different trends coming out. Viral things going viral on the internet. All kinds of different situations. All kind of challenges. You know, different types of events. People being murdered out here in the streets. You got, people killing each other out here. You got drugs, all these worldly things, the music, all of this worldly stuff, like they say. The world is a very lawless place right now, and it's actually getting worse. Sometimes they say sometimes things got to get worse before they get better. There's a lot of truth in that. Why do I bring this up? See, we have to learn to detach from this world around us. That we have to learn to detach. What do I mean? I gave it a lot of thought, and this is what I came up with. We have so many complaints about what others are doing when we should be focused on ourselves as individuals. Most of the communities are already destroyed for the most part. A lot of our people, especially African American people, quote unquote African American, because we know that's not what you are, but that's what the system will call you, because they will never call you Atlanteans, what you're supposed to be known as, or Muians. That's not the point. Because the communities are so damaged, it's extremely difficult for you guys to come together, and it creates what you call separationalism. Where there's you guys have been very much fragmented, in different ways, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, physically, whether it's bloodline wise, whether it's relationship wise, socially, whatever. What I'm trying to say is that I noticed that, you know, when it comes to our people, I'm not saying that, you know, in your own spare time, you can't focus on other topics and stuff like this. I'm not saying that you should just ignore the entire world around you while crazy things are going on. That's impossible to do because you live in the world. You're gonna have to notice these things, especially if you're young and you're young, and you're going out there, you're going to school, whatever have you. You're gonna notice these things no matter what. The world is filled with temptation, and the flesh can be very weak when an individual doesn't have self-control, and it can lead you to do a lot of things. Long time ago, I told you guys about self-reflection. This is also related to that, because you see, we as a people have been very much fragmented. So when you see these, like for example, you see these conversations come up about what our people are doing and how our people are misbehaving. You see all our people fighting with each other online. You have famous names, more famous names, well-known YouTubers that are, well, pretty much full of crap, and they want to keep on fighting with each other on the internet, and they just that's really what they're there for. They're there for the drama, the ignorance, the stupidity, and everything else, and it's just a smorgasbord of fighting and online beefs and all kind of crazy scenarios and situations. But the thing is that at the end of the day, all of these things are distractions. They're all distractions. These are of the world. These are the worldly things. Okay? All right? As we proceed throughout the days, we are noticing that many strange things and strange occurrences are starting to take place. You're starting to even notice that the structures that some of our people are even starting to build now are starting to look a lot greater than what they were before. So our people are starting to advance with this whole building situation. Thanks to people like SEMA and a few others that are really trying to push this whole building concept. A lot of our people are starting to notice that we really can do this because these orgone energy pyramids and towers and stuff like this and these kind of devices, they're not hard to build. You're right, they're not hard to build at all. And you see these kinds of things like building, getting into science and stuff like this, getting into metaphysics, things like this, subjects like this is not of the world. These are not worldly things, meaning they're not they're not what this system wants you guys to focus on. These are the things that will help to break and destroy the system. And they don't this is why they don't want you guys getting into things like science, building, knowing about elements and stuff like that. Oh no, chemistry? Oh no, that's a problem. Okay? That is a serious problem. So they try to keep your minds focused on the things that won't help you, like sports and all this other stuff. Because you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're not getting nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. It's an endless game that's got no end to it. I mean, come on. Shit is ridiculous. We know that we all gotta have fun. We all gotta live our lives and whatnot. This is well understood. All I'm saying is that when when you let these distractions overtake you, a lot of times it can be from an emotional output, meaning you may have just went through something and you got upset. And when we get upset, a lot of the time, or we get emotional, we let the worldly things overtake us. And we want to hear something that is of a worldly mindset to either appease us, whatever, or calm us down, or we want to talk to somebody about it because we feel some kind of way and we want to hear what we want to hear, but we're not open to any other opinion or other kind of thought process because we're in our emotions. And see, this is another thing. See, women, the vast majority of the women down here, they're of the worldly things. Remember, if you're born with a low frequency mindset, I told y'all this before. The women, they were born like that, so they're gonna be more closely connected to materialism. They love shopping. They love the clothes. They love the fancy cars. They love all this stuff. Okay, all right. They are, most of them are of the world. Very few of them have actually broken out of that mentality where they can detach. Okay, they understand that this stuff is just materialism. Okay, they have an understanding. A lot of the men can be of the worldly things too because, well, a lot of these guys were not raised right. But you'll notice that you have people that most of them are men on the internet, and they're trying to teach, and they're trying to do this, and they're trying to do that, and they're trying to get to a higher understanding in some capacity. Some are just up there, just of the world, they just up there. They not really about teaching nobody. They just there to get in front of the doorway, so that way you can't even break past them to get to a higher way of thinking, because although they may be trying to teach you, they're in your way, and you can't see that because you don't know what their intentions are. You don't even know what their intent is, and this could be anybody. Okay, I'll let you guys be the judge of who that is. I'll let you guys be the judge of who that is, through the person's character, through the person's way of being, through the person's overall energy, and the way that they behave, and their mindset, and their mentality, and the things that they say. Only you can be the judge on who you think that could be. And hey, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. I bring these things up because now we have this war, this fake war that is going on out here. And people are going all up in arms over this stuff. You got people protesting out here, crazy, looking crazy out here. I'm telling you, the ways of the worldly things is gonna increase out here. I'm telling you, because when they use this thing as an excuse to stop this worldly system, if you know what I mean, wink wink, if you know what I mean. The ways of the heathen and the ways of the worldly things is gonna get out of control out here. And it's gonna be massive distractions everywhere. You're gonna start noticing people out here fighting and killing each other, doing all kind of stuff. Man, it's gonna look so bad. And it's gonna be like, whoa, what's really going on out here? Like, it's getting violent out here. What's going on? It is because the way of the worldly things is actually coming to an end. That's why it's gonna get out of control out here. The ways of the worldly things, this lawless behavior, this dude I wilt bullshit, okay, is coming to an end. Okay? Orcs are on their way out, whether they like it or not. And good things will come into play. Order will be established, because the order is not a part of the worldly mentality of today. And like I said before, people have to just understand that you know the distractions are out here. And some of us are more distracted than others. And me, I'm definitely not perfect. Everybody's got weaknesses in some type of aspect. You know, but iron sharpens iron, like they say. Correct. That's what I'm saying. If you have somebody that's of like mind, you should deal with that person more often, because iron sharpens iron. But you have to make sure that that person has the right type of mind frame, because if not, you won't be able to go no higher dealing with that person. They'll stay stagnant. You know, the worldly things have literally destroyed any remnant or any small smidget of self-respect that we have for our people. it, See, these worldly things have literally destroyed all that. So now, you know things are really starting to get crazy. Those that know that the world is changing. There's a lot of things that's being reported. There's a lot of things that's being seen, and people are not saying anything. Some people are saying things, but you got a lot of people that's quiet out here. They're quiet. They're not saying nothing. Although, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. You know, let me just say what I gotta say and wrap this up, and we'll talk later. But just know the this world that we live in is filled with massive distractions, even things that you love, even things that you may love. You know, you know, and it's all so that we can get to where we need to be as a collective. When I've been making these videos for the past few years, well, what, 10 years now? It's a long time, about a decade. I did it because I wanted to inform those on that which they do not understand and that which they do not have any prior knowledge of, that things that they do not know, and the importance on these things and the things that people need to know, and what's actually real and what's false out here. I came into this with with an open heart and a mindset to where I was determined to teach people the actual truth of what was going on out here. And YouTube has done me disservices in the past, deleting my videos. I mean, anybody who's been around here has seen in the past how many videos YouTube has deleted in the past. I mean, you know, and even my oldest subscribers would let you know, yeah, these are not all his videos. Like like, there's like what, like 4 years worth of videos that's actually supposed to be up here that are all gone. 4 to 5 years of videos that's actually supposed to be up here that's gone because of YouTube. And they're meddling, they're constant meddling. They don't want people to see anything. As soon as it's uploaded, it's deleted. It's crazy. They are promoting the idea that some type of fight is going on. People will get deployed out here. You got people in the military that are going to soon be deployed. Okay? And they're gonna have to deal with these worldly ways, these worldly things, all these different situations. Even though that this whole thing is fake, they're gonna waste those people's time. A lot of people want to already go home already, and they're gonna be forced to go out there to so-called Ukraine for 8 months plus. To go out there and do what? Waste precious time and resources because ain't nobody out there fighting. Straight up. So just know, stay vigilant, stay positive. Understand that, we see the nonsense, we see what's going on, and we don't like it. Be happy because this whole thing is coming to a halt. It's all coming to an end. I mean, these people are afraid. They're of the world. These people in China put up a fake, what is a sun simulator? They put up an artificial sun. These are the world. These are the worldly things. This is the nonsense, the going against nature nonsense that we've been talking about. How the hell are you going to put up an artificial sun? Then you are against nature because that thing don't belong out here in our atmosphere. And it's going to get destroyed. You gonna go ahead and put something up there like that. That's because you're against this world. You are against this planet, and you don't have no respect and equilibrium with the planet because you don't come from here. See that? You've been found out. You guys have been found out. All you orcs, you've been found out now. You've been found out. Our people know about y'all now. So now you could be walking across or one of our people, and they might know exactly what you are now. You're not safe nowhere. Not even where y'all so-called claim to come from. Now you've been found out. Now all the enemies that y'all have made for hundreds of years that your government's not telling you about, they're here with you. And they can see you, but a lot of you can't see them. But they're waiting. So, all I wanted to say is that although the worldly things can be strong with its pull towards you, you have to know the difference between when you're getting too sucked in. Sometimes when you're getting too sucked into this stuff, you need to take a few steps back and recognize, wait a minute, is this the ways of the world? The world that we live in today? Because if it is, then I don't want no part in it. That has to be the mentality always, because they're pushing everything to kill you off, whether it's on a genetic level, sexually, food, your living conditions, your mentality, everything. And we must understand that everything happens for a greater reason. Everything happens for a greater reason. All these different situations that are very significant don't just happen for the sake of just happening. They all have to do with the what you call cosmic destiny, cosmic forces. They have to do with the so-called future and stuff like this. Okay? And these people, they wanna alter even the future. They wanna alter everything that you hold dear. Okay, this is the ways of the world out here. Okay, they want to alter everything. They want to put themselves in your place. It's insane, It really is. This is really all I have to say right now. It's just something I had on my mind. But when our people are fighting with each other, complaining about this person's doing this and this person's doing that, and oh, I don't like this and I don't like that, and they're complaining and fighting, and I understand it's extremely difficult to fight the ways of the world and all this other stuff, and it's easy to get sucked into all that nonsense because guess what? These are real live issues that our people have to deal with. They have to live with this stuff, but you see, but when you have an understanding that you're inside your mind, you're inside, you can see from the inside out from that perspective. And I really mean that. You can see from the inside out. You have that inner knowledge of self and understanding. You therefore understand that all of these different situations wouldn't even be happening if our people were in themselves. But they're all out here in the worldly things, because that's what the programming got them, the TV, the everything. It's just all the distractions that's out here, everything. So, we can't be focusing on that. We have to focus on the things that's going to actually give us the advantages that we need to move forward as a collective, as a so-called species or whatever. We have to utilize these things. We have to move in that direction to where we're moving to advance as a collective. That is what we need to be focusing on all the time. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, all these different situations that are going off, yes, it's important. Yes, it needs to be talked about. Yes, it needs to be understood that people are suffering out here due to all of these worldly things, these different situations. I mean, make no shadow, like, let's make no doubts about that. It's very much real. People are actually suffering, struggling. There's a lot of hate, rage, and anger towards a lot of people out here that's doing wrong because they're stuck in their worldly ways and they haven't detached from this world that this so-called white man and the rest of his kinfolk across the planet have created. This damn system of destroying nature, and in the process they fed our people a self-destruct a program inside their mind, so they want to destroy their own people and all this other nonsense. The ways of the world can distract even the most focused person. It'll get you emotional and it'll get you erratic and acting out. Okay? You know, just know that in the end, this world will dissipate and a new one will emerge. Okay? That's the whole point. That's the whole overall point of this message. Don't let the ways of the worldly things consume you. Don't let it get you to the point to where you're so angry that you're doing things that don't make sense just out of pure anger. Don't let your own people make you so angry to the point that you refuse to deal with them. Don't don't let the ways of the world control you. And it's hard to do because we're social creatures and everybody's socializing with everybody and whatnot, and it's very hard to do when you have ignorant people in your presence. So all I'm saying is have more of a balance with yourselves, people. Be more balanced. Understand that you have to deal with the worldly things to some extent because you live here. You're in the physical matter world. But at the same time, understand that there is actually more, and you have to actually go in that direction to start. If y'all want to get to a point to where you no longer have to deal with this system, you have to start moving in the direction of where we're dealing with these structures. You understand? Because it's vital, man. It's very important. It's very important. Do we understand each other? I sure hope so. Maybe there's certain things that may have had some people confused and whatnot. I apologize for that if that was the case. I am a bit tired. I will not lie. I am a bit tired. But I'm gonna get on up out of here. It's just a conversation I wanted to have with you guys for a little bit. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Sirius here in the Temple Spiritual Network, and I'm out. Hey, I'll be back. I just need to take care of a whole bunch of things and whatnot. I'm a busy guy. All right. See you guys later. Peace.